At that point, baby's understanding is good enough that as a game, you can get down on the floor and crawl and creep around with him. So wait until 2.5 to 3 years of age. Maybe, by the way, it's your 7-year-old that you really want to do the crawling and creeping. Well, now, and what you can do is you can say to the 7-year-old and say, help me out with your little sister. It really would be great for your little sister to do crawling and creeping, and I need you to be the coach and help mom out. And then you create that kind of primary human development program of crawling and creeping that you saw the family do during the demonstration. I mean, for me, the most important demonstration of all is that demonstration of mom, big sister and little sister, all crawling and creeping around together. Because if you can create a program enthusiastic enough where, as a team, you can do the program together, you can do anything you want to do with your children. And to crawl and creep and make that a fun situation, one has to be creative. So specifically, how would you do it? Well, you'd start with a very easy distance, like 10 meters or 10 yards of crawling, very little distance. And you start out with 1 time a day. Takes no time at all. Then gradually, as the weeks go by, you build up to 2 times a day, 5 times, 10 times 10 yards. Now you're doing 100 yards of crawling. Simultaneously, you might start off with 20 yards or 20 meters of creeping, and you'd gradually build up to 10 times 20 meters of creeping. So now you're doing 100 yards of crawling, 200 yards of creeping. And then over the next 4 months, so over a duration of 4 months, gradually build up to a total of 400 meters of crawling and 800 meters of creeping. 1/4 mile of crawling, 1/2 mile of creeping, and then continue that for the next 2-3 months, maybe maximum 4 months. So the entire program has a duration of 6 months. That's to make it very easy and to make sure that the children that did not have enough opportunity to crawl and creep when they were babies have the opportunity to do that now.
When I looked back at my 2.5-year-old, at his pattern of crawling and creeping, it was very uncoordinated. He often rolled to his destination. I didn't have him on the floor as much as I should have, and so I really wanted to make up for the time that I felt he didn't get as an infant. So I was really much more concerned about reorganizing his nervous system than the worries that I might have in learning disabilities or anything like that. It was really, I knew he didn't have the opportunity as an infant, and I wanted to rework that. The results were fabulous. Not only was my older son uncoordinated, but his speech was not developmentally on time. And once we started creeping and crawling, the biggest difference I saw right away was actually the organization in his speech. And I was floored. I couldn't believe that getting down on the floor, creeping and crawling around, could actually impact how a person was able to put their language together. And it was happening in front of my eyes. The advice I would give to parents with creeping and crawling and doing a primary human development program is start out gradually but consistently and find lots of fun things for the kids to do during this program. Lots of little rewards along the way, many bits, and include your intellectual program with it, your music program with it, and just really have a good time.
Now we're creating a program for a baby who has become a walker. So this is the average 12-month-old. We see the development of the cortex here, and we see the average 12-month-old baby. And it says here, walking with arms used in a primary balance role, most frequently at or above shoulder height. So this